Right, welcome back to the career build series. Let's see, what are we on here? I think we're on, let me see, we are on episode 62. So let's get going here. Presently, we're at Komodo. So last time we took the Macar, we got some coal down from the mountain. We brought this container, got some money for that. So I think it was 4,500 for the coal and about 2,000 for that container. So put a little bit of cheddar cheese in the pocket, which is nice. A little break it up. So what I want to do now is, if we zooms out, we have a big search area here, and it says a cargo boat has emergency. So let's take Brizo out and do this. If you remember, we put on that transponder locator and have yet to be able to use it. So I want to use that. I tried making this video a couple times and had an issue with Brizo. I was struggling with it before, and it was when it was raining, so I did some testing off screen. And so if we go to let's go to this version here. So the issue right now, so I started, I tried making the video before and I started playing with it. So what's happening is the rain is coming in and causing us to not be able to start our engines because water is going into the engines. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change those over to air filters. And then at some point I wanted to upgrade the engines anyways, so I'll upgrade some of that systems. But I'm going to put air filters on there. That way we don't have to worry about that. So let me just save. I won't save over this one. I started doing some work on that. But anyway, so let me save this. We'll save it there. I'm going to have to do an updated version for the workshop just because I don't want a version on there that if it rains, it's not going to work. People are going to be like, oh, it doesn't work. So, and rightfully so. So I want to make sure it works. So let's spawn this in. Let's go do this rescue mission here. My flashlight is on its last leg, so I'm going to trade it out for the flashlight that's on the boat. Don't break your ankle. And that should help with electricity. Alright, so that one's on charge. Let's start up. So we started right up. It was those air filters causing me problems. Okay, so we're going here. It's a little bit stormy, so I'm going to get off this dock. I don't want to get smashed against it. I'm just going to start moving. If we look at our map, you can see it's a large area. So what I'm going to do is turn on my transponder locator. Alright. So I can hear the beep, and you can see we're getting a little, hope you can hear the beep. And you can see I also have a visual representation. So we have a very weak signal, so the likelihood that it's up here is very low. So I'm going to head down about there, I think. That's a nice straight course. And then I'm going to see if we can't get going here. So I need to limit that turn rate. So I wonder, our top speed is normally around 33. I took off those scoops, which the scoops help us go a little faster. I think Brizo is going to need a little bit of an update at some point. Some new motors, I think. I think I'm going to switch to more, I have like straight 10s, which is kind of silly, but we don't go down there. So you probably saw that I had a Brizo version that was, that said 62 for episode 62. I put in some doors and I was going to make access hatches, but we instantly flood. So one of the benefits of having no access to the bottom is this is an unfloodable boat unless we hit something. So that allows us to not have to do that. So I might put in some, I think 12 cylinders and make them smaller. So I have some painting to do in here too. So should work on that at some point. But so we have this beeper going. We're going to kind of pay attention to it a little bit to see if it picks up. But we're listening to it, and I can't tell the rate yet. It might be cool. I have a space here. One thing I could do is I could probably maybe put in a system where it counts how many of those beeps per second. And so, like, say it was, so like right now, we count it, 1,000, 2, 1,000. So that's 0.5 beeps per second, so it shows 0. And then if it was doing 1 beep per second, it would show 1. If it was doing 3 beeps per second, it would show 3. And as that number rises, you know you're getting closer. Could be another feature to add. This goes deep really fast, up to 280 meter depth here. Alright, so we're just coming straight down here. We're kind of cutting the area in two. So if it starts beeping like crazy, we know we're getting close to it, and then we can kind of turn east or west. Yeah, so I think our speed's pretty negatively affected by those scoops, so it might be time to take Brizo in, get an engine rebuild in there. Put some filters on somewhere. I think put some superchargers on the motors, get them a little bit more powerful. Mainly because I don't necessarily want a higher speed, but what I want is more power, so that, especially since we do a bunch of towing with this, that will give us a little something to give us better towing, maybe. Yeah, see, like, I'm trying to guess. It looks like the beep's picking up. Yeah, it definitely looks like the beep's picking up. 1,000, 1,000. Yeah, it's hard to tell if we're actually picking up. I'm going to start. Sometimes you'd be surprised how far you can see some of the stuff. So it's a cargo boat, so it might be big. So just scanning the horizon, seeing if I see anything. If it's on fire, it might be easy to spot. That looks like the main. Up there we go. What is that? What is that? What is that, dude? Okay, that's off our east. Oh, I know what it is. It's not rendering in the volcano. And so that's the fire sprite, I think, for the volcano. You know, my terminology is probably wrong. But the volcano is probably right there, and that's the smoke graphic that comes out of the volcano. And of course, you know, yeah, so that probably just has a different render distance. Alright. So I can't really tell if we're speeding up on that beep or not. Let's go. Ooh, lightning. That's brutal. Let's go check on our distance. We have 10 minutes to the opposite end. So, you know, of course, you know, you constantly hear complaining about people who don't like to travel in a travel and building game. But, you know, we pretty much, it'd take us 10 minutes to get to the end here. So maybe 12 minutes to do the whole north-south search area. And we don't really need to go all the way to the bottom. We can turn off. So I think, see this island right here? I think we're abeam this island. So let me look. I kind of thought I saw it. Let me look. There was an island over here. I know I saw something over here. Let's look for some landmarks. Again, I like to navigate with Dead Reckoning, looking at landmarks. I don't want a moving map. I want to navigate myself here. Kind of scanning the horizon here. So that is the main island there. And so that's the main island. That's the volcano. So that is over, where's the volcano? Right here? I think there's a volcano right here. Mount Toddy. So we are abeam that, so we should be looking for this island. No, that's the oil rig. That's why we're not seeing an island. It's an oil rig. So we're beam there. So we should be seeing the the buildable platform. There it is. Okay, so there's the buildable platform. So see again the Dead Reckoning. Even though the weather's not great, we're coming up abeam that. So we are coming up abeam here. So we're starting at, we're probably about here. Alright. Sounds like that's slowing down. Okay, so sounds like we're getting less beep. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe turn. Yeah, the beep seems like it's slowing down. I think I'm going to turn this way, see if we get a faster beep. Let's turn towards the east, see if we get a faster beep. See, as soon as I put that in, because that's still selected, it will turn us. So if this slows down even more, what that's probably telling us it's somewhere up here. And so the reason we know that is it sounded like it was slowing down as we came down here. So that means it could have been over here or could have been over here, but probably not down here. So one 1,000, 2 1,000. Okay, so it's seems like it might be speeding up. You know, it'd be nice if I had that number counter, I could tell. There's some people have some really advanced systems that'll actually kind of show you on the map where it should be because it's counting. Okay, there's our anti-fly system going. As we blast over the crest of the waves, it's automatically reducing the throttle for us. Yeah, the boat seems slower with having to put those air filters on, but you know, in order to have scoops, I'm probably going to have to put some inline filters in or something. Okay, so that really brought the throttle down because we went shooting off a wave. So that's what you want. Essentially, the system is automatically reducing the throttle as you would in real life if the boat's starting to get airborne. And so when people, you know, somebody was talking about their boat was flying. Again, this is the way you would do it in real life. Is, you know, again, it's a game, whatever, but you know, like I've been out in choppy seas in a small boat, and you're not going full throttle over these waves. You're gonna absolutely destroy your body doing that. You're gonna be beating yourself up. So you want to, as you come across the wave, you would manually be reducing your throttle. So all that anti-fly system is essentially doing that for us. So the higher we get out of the water, like that jump, it really chopped the throttle for us because it's getting choppier. And when it can, it will increase the throttle again. And as it gets out of the air more, it will decrease more. If we get a little out of the air, it just decreases a little bit. Alright, so I'm not getting much perception of whether this beep's getting strong or not. The buildable rig is, I think it's behind this post here. Let me see. Yep, there it is right there. So we're now coming in here, like, you know, right there. Yeah, so I'm not getting really, can't tell if I'm getting a faster beep or not. So this whole area that we've gone, I don't think the beep sped up. So we've gone down here and across, no beep increase. So what I think we're going to do is we'll turn up towards the north and we'll come back and head into this corner. And that will probably rule out everywhere but here. A little bit time consuming this, but I enjoy it. You know, it's kind of relaxing. And the sun's coming up, so that's going to help. It's going to help us finding this. You know, I put it on the Hummingbird. That's where the system came off of. You know, the Hummingbird, we'd be going 200 knots flying around. We could find it pretty quick. Also, we have. You know, I started work on the Katydid, so put this on the Katydid too, so that we can. You know. Aircraft are ideal for this just because you're covering a large area. So, you know, we're going 30 knots. You know, we'd be going 200. No, not in that plane. We'd be going 100 knots in the Katydid. So 200 knots is 200 plus in the Hummingbird. All right, see, we got big air there. Really chopped the throttle. Big air there. We're gonna chop the throttle. All right, so I'm thinking. So we're coming up, we're here now. We got to be close. Yeah, we're 2 minutes away. We're not getting any strong signal. I'm going to come up here. I'm actually going to turn right around and come over here. Start heading back towards Komodo. That's an interesting that it took a right turn. I figured it'd go left. 400 meters over here depth-wise. Alright, so we have a following sea. It means the sea's behind us, so we really shouldn't have any... let me check my electricity here. Battery's a little low. Turn the APU up as well. I might put regular gens on these engines when I put bigger engines in too. So I'm going to say we have a following sea. Hopefully it's not going to chop our thrust so much, but it's still chopping it about normal. There we go. Like we get a big speed boost right in the wave. So we can go full throttle again. Yeah, it's tough for me to tell if the beep's speeding up or not. It'd be nice to have that beeps per second thing. That way it would give you a nice clear... Yeah, it'd give you a clear sign if it was going from, 0 beeps per second, and then you get 1 beep per second, you now know, okay, it's increased, and then 2 beeps per second, you're like, okay, and then, I don't know what it maxes out at, but, let the gauge max out at 9, that means you're really close, so, I think that's kind of would be a cool way to do it. And we're coming across this following sea. That's why we're kind of rocking and rolling sideways. 700 meters? Wow, dude. Is that meters or feet? That's feet. So that's about 300 meters. A little less than that, 2 something. I forgot I had this in feet. So, yeah, that's good. I didn't know it was this deep out here. Especially for having our new submarine. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, so what are we looking at time-wise? This is going to take us a little while to get there. I'm hoping that we've crossed enough areas. So we went down here, we cut across here, and then we turned right back and we're heading up here. So hoping we're getting a little bit of a... in the right direction. Seas are picking up. It's getting deep here. 300 meters. See, another reason why we have that that dead man switch is, like, I feel comfortable now. I'm not going to do it, but I could go out on the deck, and if I fall off, we know the dead man switch would stop the boat. Without the dead man switch, I would not be leaving this cabin. Like this, these are kind of seas that are pretty gnarly. I can see how big they are compared to our boat here. Yeah, you see, this is a big boat. It looks deceptively small, but this is like a 40-something foot boat. This is a big boat, and those are big waves. So yeah, this is a little bit slow because of this, but I don't know how many of these missions are actually kind of based on if you actually have. What am I trying to say? The actual weather conditions. I find you get a lot more rescue missions when it's like this, so I wonder if there's something in there that, it might just be something as simple as if windy, you spawn rescue mission. But this is getting towards the, this boat is really well built for even this type of seas. This boat is not going to sink. Like I said, the whole bottom is encased. Water can't get in there unless we hit a rock. This boat, if you look at my tsunami video where I forgot to turn off tsunamis in the regular missions, I finally figured out that you had to do that to get rid of natural disasters. I just closed the back door. This rolled a couple times. It rolled straight up. It sits, the center of gravity is nice and low. Wow, 1,000 feet depth here. It's not going to sink probably unless you hit something to flood it. All right, where are we at here? So we are, what are we talking? 3 miles. So probably somewhere in this neighborhood here, back to center position. gonna take us a little while to find this, I think. It's very much luck. You know, there have been some things in the workshop where you can pinpoints on the map for you. Too easy for me. You know, I want you to actually have to kind of find it, you know. It's kind of more fun to me to do that. Some point, I would like to buy this island and build our own little base there. You can spawn vehicles there. That'd be kind of cool to have our own little base there. That's our home base. It's not too far from some of the other stuff. Drop some more mooring buoys, perhaps. It's kind of nice to get out of that starter base. See, like, this is when a normal boat that doesn't have a stability system, when the props come out of the water, the engines spin up, and as soon as it hits water, you flip. With that no-fly system, it automatically prevents you from flying. Yeah, these waves are getting gnarly, man. Let's take a picture for the video here. Yeah, like, look at the yeah, like, this is, like I said, a big boat, and these are, you know, these waves are swamping us, which is good. You know, it's had some challenge to it. You know, like I said, I would not be ending up on the deck if I didn't have that kill switch. So it was really slowing us down just because of that. But again, it should take us 10 minutes or less, maybe, you know, maybe 12 minutes at most, probably. But I'm really kind of, that's cool. I don't know if that was with the latest update that they increased the depth. I didn't know if it was always this deep. But, so we're probably somewhere in this neighborhood here. We're not getting a faster beep. If we get to Komodo, or get over here, and I'm still not getting a faster beep, I think I might head into Komodo and might take out the hummingbird. I know we didn't build that, but I don't get to use it much, you know, and so maybe I'll do it for a mission. You can see the hummingbird that's been on the workshop for a while. That build took a lot of time, that build, and you know, it's not something that I get to use much. You know, it didn't get a ton of love in the workshop, which, like, you know, I build things for the people who want to use them. I don't need, you know, 2,000 subscriptions. You know, it's always fun when somebody likes your work, but it's like, you know, as long as somebody's enjoying it, I'm happy. But that one took a ton of time. That was like hundreds of hours, just because, like, I really wanted the systems to be working well, and I wanted it to be flying well, and I spent a ton of time getting that up and running. So I'm trying recording with OBS this time instead of doing shadow play, which lets me do some other things on other monitors without, you know, having it come up on screen, which is kind of nice, a little bit different. Okay, nice. We're starting to shallow out on the waves here, picking up speed. The beep might be accelerating, but you've heard that from me before, so. Like, I do what is that? Military base, okay, no casualties, but they have no equipment to fight the fire at that height. So we don't have anything unless we can climb up the tower. You see, that's the radio tower. I can't do anything to the radio tower. Yeah, I've got nothing to fight that myself, so that's not getting done. I do have some aircraft, but nothing that we built. Katydid I'll make a new Bambi bucket for Katydid. I have a Bambi bucket for the Rotodyne that I didn't release. But I'll probably build a new one. I wasn't thrilled with that. So here we go. We can see that island. So that was fun going through those big waves, but it's also nice to get back to a reasonable speed here. Did the mission disappear? Okay, mission disappeared. Alright, so that was a big waste of time. But that's not the end of the world. You know, we got some good testing on that. One of the things I wonder if happened, wonder if what happened was, that was an old mission. Sometimes the ships will sink, and if that's sunk all the way to the bottom, some of those were 1,000 feet, so 300 meters. Could be at the bottom of the ocean. You know, so it could have been in here in this cove. I don't know, you know, when those beeps were going to speed up again. So, kind of a quote-unquote waste of a mission, but it's not terrible. You know, I had fun on it. Let's head to Komodo here. Not Komodo. I keep saying Komodo. Spy Cakes. Yeah, so we didn't really get into that. And, you know, we really didn't get to play this out, the transponder locator. But you've seen me rescue people before. Not the end of the world. I think I'll end it. I'm not going to make you watch me go another 6 minutes here just to get there. But, you know, so it was a good test of the transponder locator. The system was working fine. It was just an old mission. That was an old mission. And probably sunk, frankly. So I'm not worried about it. One thing so let's kind of talk about what what we'll try to find for the next one. See, this was kind of a lame mission, and it didn't end up doing anything because of the, you know, the mission despawning. I've been kind of thinking of some things to do. We did coal, we did a container. I'd like to maybe do some other missions. So one thing, I might get back at the Katydid. If we look, we have a doctor here going from the hospital to this oil platform. That's one of the reasons why I started building the Katydid was, you know, we have the oil platform here, and I can't really do anything as far as we have 2 transpo missions. So what I want to do is I want to fly out here, grab this person, fly to here, grab this person, fly there, and dump them both off. That's another revenue stream. That's another something fun to do. But I couldn't do it because we didn't have a vehicle. So that's actually why I started building the Katydid. And then if we had the Bambi bucket for the Katydid, we could also put this fire out. So there's 3 missions. So I want to do that. I also want to put in new motors for this. Trying to decide what would be cool. You know, so those are some things to do. I also wanted to make just a driving around vehicle. So I started working on a little bit of a pickup truck. I think I'm actually going to build, I really love the Suzuki Jimny, and in the United States, we don't get Suzuki anymore. If there was a Suzuki Jimny for sale in the United States tomorrow, I'd go buy it, you know, cash. But they don't sell Suzukis in the US anymore, so maybe make like a little Jimny, kind of inspired by a Suzuki Jimny, because that way, like, if we want to transfer to a different base, we can drive, you know, and kind of have our own little travel vehicle. You know, fast travel, and I'm only going to fast travel if I need to. I turn that on in my career save, but I don't want to abuse it. You know, I still want to travel normal routing if need be. So I can understand if this video was a little boring. We did a normal search pattern. We went down. We cut the area in half. That should have told, you know, so the area was here. We went down. Center point was here. The bottom was here. If it accelerated as we were getting towards the bottom, we knew that it's either this way, or this way. If we passed the center point and it started slowing down, we knew it was this way or this way. Then we could turn here. If it was staying slow, we know it's probably here. So it's kind of process of elimination, cutting the pie. You know, but we're in a boat. It was a late mission. That mission had been hanging around since before I started that coal run a couple episodes ago. So that mission was probably just old. Sometimes the boats sink, and then they'll despawn while you're trying to get there. That mission was up for a long time, so it wasn't like, you know, we didn't have enough time to do that mission. It was just I kind of held off on it. All right, so this island here, we can build a base here potentially, and it has a cave where we can spawn a vehicle. And it also has another spawn spot over here. It has 2 workbenches, I think, and then it has a build area where we can build a little house. So that would be something cool to do at some point, but it's 100 grand, so probably get more into fuel trading if we're going to be doing that, or resource trading. Let me look at the price here. So at this oil gantry, it's about 59 cents, we'll say. Let's look at what this is, what the sell point is up here at the refinery. Oil. Where are we at? Oil. 287. So let me check that out. So 287. Let's do 58 cents. That way it's even, you know, our profit will be more. That's, what is going on? What did I just do? 2.87 minus 0.58. $2.29 times 29,000 is about what our barge holds. That's $66,000 in oil. So that would be a long one. That would cut that up. I would make that so that you're not watching. That would mostly be a me. Hey, we're at Spy Cakes. We're starting autopilot. Hey, we're filling. Cut. Autopilot. Hey, we're at refinery base. Empty. Cut. Empty. Hey, we sold all of our oil. This is what we made. Yay, we're rich. And then, you know, off screen, send it back. You know, that would be hours of stuff to make 65,000. So, you know, another thought I had for future content is I talked about a little bit when we were using the Mac R is converting the Mac R into a tractor that I can pull one of my trailers with for more capacity for coal. So I think we'll end it there. Turn into a dud of a mission. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Okay, that's the. We should be able to see the refueling plane here. Let's go look at that real quick. Where you at? That was flying around here. Let me see. Where is it? Should be. We're coming up here, right off the rocks of Drenmar. It should be there. So refueling plane should be somewhere in the sky here. Wonder if it doesn't show until you're close to it. But that should be up there somewhere. So yeah, kind of a dud mission. The mission ended while we were out there looking for it, but we got to test out the transponder. I put that transponder system in and then never got a transponder mission, so it was kind of a little hot to do that. But you know, it popped up before I even started doing the coal, and so never got to get into that. So get to see that a little bit, and then you know, on our way now. We'll end up in the next mission. It's at the next video at Spy Cakes, and you know, might figure out some stuff to do there. Try to figure out what we're gonna do next. You know, if you guys have any types of things you want, more resource trading, you want to see some certain types of missions, maybe some builds that you'd like to see, go ahead and put them in the comments. That way I can you know, kind of understand what you guys are looking for content. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.